everybody, this is Pat in the paper closet. Thanks for coming back. Today we're going to work on a pink journal. We're going to be adding the belly band, which I didn't realize I didn't work on that in the last video. We're also going to be adding a few more pockets, a couple of different types. And I'm not going to have you watch me make every pocket in here. There are too many. Well, not that many, but so I'll work on the more difficult ones, and then the rest are just basic pockets. So I'll finish those up, and then the next time we come back, I will finish it up. Add some embellishments, little journaling spots, extra spots, and that'll be it. We'll be finished with our journal. Okay, so to do this belly band, I cut a strip that is, let's see, 1 1/4 inches wide. Now I want to make this low enough that there can be room above it for journaling. I made this tag. I've been making things on my Silhouette Studio software again. Works out very well. You don't have to have the cutting machine. I have quite a few videos on making things in that software. If you want to check those out, embellishing photos. But this one I did on the Silhouette. I didn't cut it out with the Silhouette. I cut it out by hand. I have a few other things I've done here. This is a pocket. This will just be a strip and another strip. There's a smaller tag here, little circle, and a today word. So all I have to do is cut these out and use them. You don't need the cutting machine. If you have one, that's an extra plus, but you don't need it. These are printed on lightweight cardstock. All you need is a printer. So I printed that out. Here's where the belly band was printed. See, I cut that out. So I want this to be low enough that I can put, or just leave this area for journaling. So I want to get this in the right spot. That's about right. Not all the way to the bottom. The tag ends right here. And I'm going to put a little mark here so I know where I want to glue it. Right about here. Okay, now I have to cut this shorter. Now you don't ever want to put anything all the way into the fold, or your book is never going to close. I mean, it's not closing tightly as it is. So I leave about 1/8 of an inch. So this would be how far I want it to come. And then I'm going to add, say, 1/4 of an inch flap to turn under the glue. So I need 1/4 on this end and 1/4 on this end, so that would be about 1/2 an inch. So here's where I'm going to cut it. Just going to cut that off. I'm going to fold this in about 1/4 of an inch, which is, alright, yeah, 1/4 of an inch is not too much. I don't want any bulk. I just want to fold it in so that things can slide under it. So I'm folding these both in about 1/4 of an inch. Make a good crease. Let me move this up so I can get back on screen here. Get my sign out of the way. Now you can see what I'm doing. I'm just going to burnish this down hard. Get a good crease in there. Both ends. And I'm just going to take some glue. Hopefully it's not clogged. It's still off camera. I think I have to move my camera up. I'm just going to place some glue on this little strip on both ends. Making sure I get it to the ends and as close to the fold as I can. Okay, now we can place it on our mark. I'm going to start at this end. That's my spot. And that looks good. Now press it down. Give the glue a little time to dry. And that's all there is to it. Now I didn't ink, I'm not inking everything in this book. I don't want it to look like a grungy book. But there is some vintage looking things in here. Alright, that's pretty well glued. Now where's my tag? Here. And this tag just slips under there, stays right there. You can journal on here, do a little photo, draw a picture, and then you have the whole inside for journaling also. And now we also have our area up here for journaling. You can journal down here underneath the tag. So when you take it out, you would be able to read it. I cut out these little strips of like a maroon color. I think it would go well on here, but I'm not sure where to put it. Maybe I'll put one here. Let's see on the other side. Maybe on the other, yeah, on this side of the page. And that will sturdy up the edge of the paper also. So let's cut this to the right size. From here to right about here. You could measure if you want. I'm just not that particular. So that fits good. Okay, so I'm going to run some glue along the edge where I want to put that strip. Not too heavy on the glue. Over the belly band, continuing up all the way to the end. Now, this is only a 1/4 inch strip, so I don't need that much. Okay, we'll put this on. Try to get it as even as I can. One good thing about wet glue, you have time to move things, wiggle them around. Whereas with the glue stick, you don't. I'm just going to snip this little end off here. Alright, that looks very nice. So that's the belly band. Now if you wanted, you could put cards under here, or you could tuck anything you want in there. Photos. Alright, now the next one I want to show you is this one. And this is going to be an over-the-page flap. This is an envelope. I've had this in my stash for a long time. I have a bunch of them. I'm not going to do anything to it. I'm just going to leave it for journaling. And this is going to go over the page. The flap will be on the next page. This will be on this page. And then I found one of my clear plastic pockets that I made, custom pocket. This one is 4 3/4 inches wide by 3 inches deep. And I'm going to attach this here, but I don't want to glue it down. I want this to also flap up so that you can do journaling on here. And then you'll be able to turn it and journal on here. And you still have the whole page for whatever else you want. Tickets, receipts, whatever you're saving. So the first thing I want to do is put this on a flap. I'll make sure I have the front of my pocket here. There it is. I made a notch in it. You can see there. And here's a flap I've cut. Cut it to the size of the pocket, 1 inch wide, and then I folded it in half. And I'm going to glue this to the edge of the envelope here, and then I'll glue the pocket on top of that. Well, actually, I'm going to use double-sided tape to attach this, because this is plastic. This is laminating, a laminating pouch. So glue doesn't stick very well to these. You'll need some type of double-sided tape, unless you have a really good glue that will dry clear. Alright, so I'm just going to attach this first, and then I'll figure out how I'm going to attach it to the page. Putting glue on one side of the flap. This flap is only made out of, it's copy paper actually. I didn't want it too thick, I didn't want it to pop up. So I made it out of copy paper. And I'm going to lay this down on the edge of the envelope, almost to the exact edge. Let's slide it down a little bit. Press it down. Let the glue take hold. Open it up and press it from the inside. And I fold it back over and give it a good press. I would fold it both ways. This way, when you open it, there won't be any resistance to opening it. So I folded it to the other side. Now bring it back. This way it's a little bit used. Okay. Now I'm going to get my double-sided tape, which, here it is. Find the end. Right here. Gonna put a piece on here. Cut it off. Give it a good press so the glue adheres down. Okay, now remove the backing to the tape. And there's your adhesive. Now my clear pocket, here it is. Make sure I have the front of the pocket facing up. Move this out of my way for a minute. I can line this up. Okay, I'm going to place it right almost to the edge. Making sure my pocket's at the top, my notch in my pocket. And then place it down. And I'll give that a good burnish so that adhesive sticks. And this should open. There we go. So we have our flap on there. Now we have to attach this part to the page. So what I think I'm going to do, I'm going to make a fold. Here's the original fold in the envelope. I want it like a quarter of an inch from there, so that when it's on the other side, and I have room to glue it, I can run the glue along here, and then the pocket will still fold the way it should. Okay, let's give that a try. So this is what's going to be glued to the other side of the page. Okay, so we need glue in between the two folds here. Clean up my glue bottle here. It's not coming out too quick. Well, I hope you're having a good day. It's a beautiful day outside. Very sunny and bright, which always helps. Nothing worse than a gloomy, cloudy day, especially when you're trying to record. Okay, let me get my pin. Unclog this. The This bottle clogs very quickly, but it has a very narrow end, which is great. Okay, so we're going to put our glue in between the two folds we have, the original fold and the one that we just made. I'm putting glue on there, making sure I get the edges. Don't go over the folds, stay inside the fold lines. You don't want to use glue stick on this because I don't think that would hold with all the folding and the moving back and forth of it. Okay, now I'm going to get my book. Okay, it's going to go this way. So this is going to go over the page, up to the original fold of the envelope. See if I can get it centered. My original fold is there. Okay. Now we can press this edge down. Turn it over. Press down where we put our glue. I should have folded that back on itself, but I didn't. Let's see if I can get that to fold straight. Okay, very good. We have a good fold there, so that won't come off the page and it won't interfere with our envelope. You can tuck things in here also. So you have an envelope here. You can journal on here, put whatever you want in this little pocket. By the way, I have a video on how to make these pockets. You can make them any size you want. They're made with laminating sheets. So I have a video, I'll put the link below, on how to make them to whatever size you want. If you want them longer, shorter, this way. They're custom sized. When you buy them in the store, they only come one size. So you're better off making your own. Plus it's cheaper. And I'm sure everyone has laminating sheets, pouches. Right now this pocket, this we're gonna make into a pocket. So we're gonna put glue on both ends of this pocket. Along the edge. On your glue, get the tops. Make sure you get your corners. Okay, press it down. Hold on, let the glue catch. And now you have another pocket here where you can put journaling card, photo, and this piece of paper for journaling, whatever you want. So there we have our clear plastic pocket and our envelope where we can hide little things in here. You have the whole page for journaling, and that's good. And then you turn it over and you have your flap. Put in your cards. Put more than one. Give you a lot of room for whatever you want to put in here. Now also I've stamped on some of the pages. I have these stamps for a planner. So I stamped on a few, however, actually I stamped on this side, but the ink went through, which works out well. I can take a brown or black pen and just fill that in. So you have this whole page for journaling, or whatever you want. I've also stamped on this page, which came through the back. I don't think I'm going to cover that up though. I may, or I may leave it for journaling. And then we have another pocket here. This one I cut out on my silhouette cameo. So unless you have a cutter and you're really good at cutting with a craft knife, you can't make this one without a machine. Then I'm going to put it in here. Now it's a little bit narrow. I'd rather make my pockets both sides of the page. But I have a few things that can go in there. Journaling spots. I have another one of those folded tags that we made the other day. I have a bunch of tags that I made on my silhouette in the software. But if you would like me to show you how to do that, I could do that. Just let me know in the comments below. It's very simple. Make a template like we did with the maps and the photos. And then all you do is open your folder where all your papers are and you drop it on top of the template and it fills it in. Just fills in the template. And then I added other digitals that I have. This disc here is not a separate embellishment, it's part of the tag. But these would fit in here also. What else have I got? Bunch of tags that I've made. These, this one, plain tag to be decorated. Some really large tags that I made. Butterflies, which I love. This one says, "It's okay, life is full of ups and downs." This one was, I had made this for a greeting card that I made. So I was able to just, you can use any PNG or JPEG and bring it into your software. You can put anything you want on your tag. So I don't think I'm going to embellish this too much. I may put a reinforcement on the hole, and that's it. And that'll go in there. And maybe a large tag. Now these are more vintage looking tags. Here's another one I made. It says memories on it. So just let me know if you want a video on how to do that in the Silhouette Studio software. So these two tags should go in here. So I'm going to glue down this pocket. I'm not going to put anything else on this page. Excuse me. Okay, I'm gluing down the flaps. I've mitered the corners so there's no bulk. I'll show you how to do that in the software also. Make the mitered corners. And I'm going to glue this down. Okay, I'll put down the bottom first. Center it if I can. Okay, press it down. You have to give the glue some time to dry. I find the pockets with these flaps on them, you can put more in them. Whereas if you just made a square and glued it down, you would lose the area where your glue is, so your pocket would be much smaller. So these pockets are, I find them to be better. You can put more in them. You see there's this more of a space. So the tags can go in there, actually more could go in there. I could put one of these bigger tags. I have to finish this one up. I have to just decorate the front. This is the one we made where it folds completely open. A full sheet of paper for journaling. And then it folds back up and it goes in the pocket. So all you decorate is the front of this tag. That's in the last video I showed you how to make that. Do I have any other pockets here I want to show you? I think there's one more here. Oh, here's a pocket I cut. I tried cutting this on my own. This one I didn't do in my Silhouette software. I just cut it out, but I made the little area along the edge. So this one is going to get glued directly down without flaps, because it's not going to be a pocket where you would put a lot into it. First I'm going to attach this paper, because you can see here where my stamping came through. So I'm just going to attach this over it, a little book page. Then I'm going to use a glue stick because the paper is very thin. So I'm just going to glue along the edges. I'm trying to watch my time. I don't want to make this any more than half an hour. Put a little in the center. Okay, stick this down. This is a good press. Spread out the glue with a glue stick. You don't have any lumps and bumps in there. Okay, now we can do the pocket. The pocket I'm going to attach with liquid glue. Okay. Just along the three sides, not along this top edge. Glue I'm going to put directly on the... My glue is clogged again. My goodness. I need my pin. Okay. Not too much glue because you don't want it to spread out too far. You're losing whatever space you put in glue on, you're losing in the pocket. Plus a little more because it's going to spread out. Okay, that should be good. Nothing in the middle, just around those three sides. And put this down. I'm going to try to put it even with that book page I put. Okay. Now press along all three sides. Let the glue to dry. Here. Okay, it's drying. And again here you can put in tags. Photos should fit in here, let's see. As long as they're at least 4.5 or 4.25 inches wide, you're good. So we should have at least 4.5 in here. You could put a 4x6, but it would have to be a portrait photo. Usually in this type of junk journal, your page is not any wider than 5.5, so you're not going to be able to put landscape photos. Keep that in mind. But the portrait photos will fit. Portrait photos 4x6, so this would fit into a pocket. Or you could put more tags, whatever you want. Yeah, postcards. So these pockets hold quite a bit. Alright, that's for that one. Now I have on this page, well, I'm going to show you, but these are the maps I had made on my silhouette. This one hasn't been trimmed out yet, but these would fit on here. So you could put a photo on a mat in here, or just use this for journaling. That might be interesting. But okay, I don't want to lose these little pieces. The tag. And I think that's it on pockets. This one, I could use this as a pocket, but I don't think I need any more pockets. This one's 5 inches wide. Let's see. We have, how many pockets? We have this pocket that I made This was the pleated pocket. I made this little cluster on there. This is the tag that opens all the way out, like I showed you a minute ago. I collaged the front of it, put on a few little flowers I have made, and a little bow. That's a cardstock bow, and it fits into this pleated pocket, like that. And then we have, this is the one we just made. Trying to find, here it is. This is the 4-pocket envelope pocket that we made. And photos do fit in here. The only one that you have to leave them pulled upwards because the front one, it runs from here up to here, so it's covering up the rest of your photos. But if you lift them all up a bit, they will fit. They do fit in the pockets, like that. So you can fit 4 photos. And then we have the room under here for the smaller tags that I have somewhere. Let's see what can fit in there. How about this one? Tags can go right under here. There are 3 spots for tags on the side from the pockets. So you fit 4 photos or tags in here, and then you can fit 3 more on the side of that pocket. That's that pocket. These are the photos I was talking about, embellished photos that I showed you how to make in the Silhouette software. Now mine, I keep using these photos for all my books as demonstration. So I've got removable tape stuck on them, and they're sticking together. Let's see. That's the 2nd pocket in here. No, 3rd. That's 3 pockets. I like more journaling space than pockets. You can always add a pocket, but you can't take it away. So if, as you're working in your journal, you decide you need a pocket for tickets or something from an event, you can always add a pocket. Here's our belly band page with our tag on it. Here's our envelope page with our clear plastic fold over. Lots of room for embellishments. Here's our tuck pocket from the envelope. And here's the last pocket we just put in. So I was trying to count pockets, huh? 1, 2, I'll consider this a pocket. 3, that's the belly band, we'll consider that a pocket. 3, 4, 5, I think that's it. Oh, and 6. So we have 6 pockets in here, which I think is plenty right now. I may add 1 more towards the back a little more. And I'm also going to do a pocket on the inside of the cover for any additional things you want to put in there. Extra embellishments, extra pockets in case you need them, tags. Okay, so that'll be it for now. This book is getting a little chunky, but once you tie it, it's fine. It does have a, what do they call that, Pac-Man mouth? Let's see. But it's looking good. Okay, so please join me next time. And what are we going to do next time? We'll finish up adding a few embellishments. 1 more pocket, and I'll do that off camera. I'll just do a flip through of this book, and then I'll actually show you how you can use it as a mini album. We'll put some photos in here, and a few more tricks with the photos. So it will be a junk journal used as a mini album. For those of you that don't journal a lot, like me, I really don't do a lot of journaling, like daily journaling. I just journal about special events when I put photos in my mini albums normally. But we can put photos in here. The pages are big enough, the pockets are big enough. So I'll show you next time how we can do that. We can make it into a mini album. Not make it into one, but use it as a mini album. Okay, so thank you for coming. Please hit the like button if you like this video. And don't forget to hit the subscribe button and the bell, and you'll be notified when I do the next video, showing you how to use it as a mini album. Okay, so thank you for coming. I'll see you soon. Bye.